Yo, 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 what's happening? Nico here. I would like to propose a question to you. What agreements have you made with yourself? A lot of us don't think about the agreements that we have made with ourselves. One of the agreements that you may not have thought about that you have made with yourself is the agreement for self-pleasure. The agreement for immediate desire fulfillment. You might have made an agreement with yourself that you don't always have to keep your word. You might have made an agreement with yourself that you're going to do whatever it takes, whenever it takes, however it takes to get what you want. If you do enjoy reading, I recommend purchasing my book first, of course, at www.nohalonm.com. A book that I have read that I would encourage you to read is The Four Agreements. The Four Agreements is a book that describes four agreements somebody can make with themselves to live a life that might be more fulfilling. Bible's another cool book that you could read, but I know a lot of people don't want to deal with theology. So the Four Agreements allow you to get an insight on how you can make some agreements with yourself. I believe the Four Agreements are never make assumptions, be impeccable with your word, do it to the best ability that you have. And the fourth one always eludes me. So if you know the fourth one, drop it in the comments, please. But I believe there are four agreements that are listed in there that allow a individual to grow. And what we're trying to do here, or what I would like to facilitate, is a space that you can come and think. Be posed questions that I had to come up with on my own. You see, the Four Agreements was a book that I was given to help me out. And then I had to figure out where to go from there. Where I went from there was creating agreements with myself. There's certain agreements that I have with myself that are unbreakable. They're non-negotiable. They will get done. For me, one of those agreements is my daily time with God. That's a non-negotiable thing. And guys, I'm going to tell you, the more that I say that type of stuff out loud, the more I have obstacles getting in the way of those situations. So what I've done is make sure that first thing that I do immediately is spend my time with my Creator. And usually I just start off by saying, thank you, and I'm grateful for another day. Regardless of how I'm feeling about that day, I always want to start off with a thankful and a grateful attitude. That's another agreement that I have with myself. There are certain things that you can do and implement in your day-to-day life that will allow this journey of self-recovery to be truly beneficial. One of the things that I can share with you right now, out of the three that I've created, out of the three that I remember, is the impeccable with your word. I believe that's super important because you need to be impeccable with your word with yourself first and foremost. If you can be impeccable with yourself first and foremost, then it's easier to hold your word to others, both your yes and your no. I think for me, the no is the hardest problem. No is a complete sentence. And when you say no to somebody, if they truly care about you, they should accept it as a full sentence. You may have individuals who follow up with questions as to, well, why? You could say it's none of your business. Politely, I usually say that, not something I want to talk about right now. Or, if you're comfortable with it, you can share it with them. Hey, I'm making a change in my life, and that's just not included in where I'm headed. Some people are curious because they see a change in you. They see a brightness in your face, a glow about you and how you carry yourself after a certain time of living fulfilled. When you know how to trust yourself, you're living fulfilled. That's one of the components, I believe. What type of agreements are you going to make with yourself? What type of non-negotiables will you have on a daily basis? What type of material are you going to read that's going to help you learn about yourself? During this journey of self-recovery, you need to learn about yourself. You're going to get to know yourself. The true self. Not the one that you projected because you wanted that one to be accepted or you thought that one would be accepted. But the one that does whatever it is you think is quirky but is funny. I like to bake. Don't get me wrong, I'm not out here baking cakes. But those pre-baked cookies, I like to throw those on the pan and eat those every once in a while. I like to cook. I didn't learn that I like to be creative in these ways, specifically with food, until I got to know myself through my self-recovery process. Getting to know yourself is the third chapter of my book. Please, if you'd like to support me, go ahead and purchase a copy for yourself, maybe a friend or family member. If you're looking for some additional help, there's programs on there. There's some free resources as well. The goal, guys, is not to be perfect. The goal is not to be an angel. The goal is to do better each and every day. I believe that one of the ways you can do better is making some agreements with yourself. Sitting down and hashing out what you will and will not allow in your life. Because until you do that, you're going to take whatever the world gives you. You need to get to know yourself to know what is acceptable and what is not acceptable. For me, it is not acceptable to pretend that I'm an angel and not promote that it's okay to have